Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Trey Michael.
And this is Starla Michael. And we're going to talk about 7 signs that you are having a spiritual awakening.
Let's dive deep into it. First sign is you begin to question your reality. On my journey, when I first started on my spiritual awakening, I started asking myself questions like, is this all that life has to offer? Could it be something bigger to life than just this? Do I have to go to the same job every day? Do I have to go and party every day doing the same thing? Is my life doomed to 5 days of working and 2 days of partying and start it back over again? If you guys are questioning your reality right now, it is a great chance that you are having a spiritual awakening.
The second sign that you are experiencing a spiritual awakening is synchronicities. Now these synchronicities can come to you all kind of ways. An example is you're thinking about bananas, thinking, oh, I love bananas, I got to go get some bananas from the store. And then you walk in a gas station and there's a guy there with a t-shirt on with a banana on it and it says, I love bananas. That's the synchronicity. Another synchronicity is, this is something that me and Trey have experienced. They're building a new Aldo's right here in Pooler behind us. And we were talking about them building that Aldo's and his mom called on the telephone. And she was like, she was shopping, just got through coming from the grocery store at Aldo's. We had just got through talking about that. That's a synchronicity. And this is a big synchronicity. This is one that I love, is the number synchronicities. That's something that you will experience on your spiritual awakening. And you'll start waking up at 11:11. You'll check your watch and it's 3:33. You might go to the bathroom and you see it's 2:22. That's a number synchronicity, and all that is the creator is giving you these guides, these numbers that helps you in your reality. So if you're experiencing this, that means that you're going through a spiritual awakening.
Number 3, the third sign that you are experiencing that you are experiencing a spiritual awakening. It comes in the form of things that used to serve you are no longer serving you. What I'm trying to say is this, you guys. On this spiritual journey, you will realize that certain things that used to make you happy are no longer making you happy. For example, you go to a bar, it's the same bar that you always love to go to, with the same friends that you always love going out with, and you're eating the same food that you always love to eat.
That's right.
If you all of a sudden are no longer enjoying that environment, you're no longer enjoying those friends that you're around. Heck, you're not even enjoying the same food. It's a great chance that you are having a spiritual awakening.
That's right. The fourth sign that you're having a spiritual awakening is self-awareness. And what that is you're becoming conscious of how you dress. You're becoming conscious of the things that you're putting in your body, the foods that you're eating, the stuff that you're drinking. That's the self-awareness part that you'll start realizing once you start the spiritual awakening. As far as the dressing is for the men, you might always wear joggers all the time, or you might go out with baggy clothes on. You'll start dressing more professional. And it's a mindset. When you dress professional, then that creates the reality of professional and that you'll be successful. That's the first step. Another thing is the food that you eat. We, on our journey, first thing we did was to cut out pork and beef. And that's because everybody knows it is unhealthy for you. We keep eating it, but when you was on your spiritual journey, it makes you stop eating all of that unhealthy stuff. You become health conscious. And another thing, we have become vegetarians. I'm a vegetarian, he's a pescatarian, he eats fish. So that's just one of the first steps that you'll do if you are on this spiritual journey.
Now, the fifth sign that you are having a spiritual awakening. Now, this one here is the tipping point. I call this the choice point. This is the point where you have to make a decision.
That's right.
If you're at this fifth point of your spiritual awakening, what is happening to you right now is you're at the crossroads. Okay, right now, your friends and family and people from your old reality are starting to say, hey, we're not liking the way that what you're choosing. We're not liking the way that you're gonna go. And they're gonna give you that ultimatum. And the universe is as well.
That's right.
It's gonna say, option one, you can take the right path, and that path is gonna lead you down a lonely, long road. And on that lonely path, there will be none of the people that you used to be with and be around are there.
That's right.
Or option two, you can take the left path, and that path will take you back to the same repetitive lifestyle that you've always been experiencing. I like to call this the point of no return. And if you are experiencing that right now, if you're noticing that your friends are no longer picking the phones up around you, it seems like when you call them, they're saying that they're not going out, but then you check on Instagram or Facebook and you notice that, hey, they went out.
That's right.
It's a good chance that they're telling you to make a choice. And that choice right there will decide whether or not you'll continue on the 7 signs of awakening, or will you go back into your deep slumber.
The 6th sign that you are on a spiritual awakening is that you will start to feel people's vibrations. You'll go in the store and you'll see people and they'll be dressed fancy, they'll be smiling big, but it's almost like you can hear their emotions. You can tell that regardless of how they look, that they're sad. And that's one of the things that you will experience on this spiritual journey.
And I want to dive a little bit deeper into that one. What happens is when you get to that 6th sign, which is basically you're becoming back in tune to the universe. See, the 3rd dimension is a dimension of duality. That means it's all about me. Me. It's the ego,
right.
You know? It's about what car I'm driving. If I got my drip on, not your drip, I don't really care about that, you know? And what happens is if you've taken this 6th sign that you're on the spiritual journey, that means you took in the right path.
That's right.
And now you're going to start becoming in tune with the frequencies of the universe. That means, like my wife was saying, a guy can go in there, he can be dapper Dan fresh from the head to toe. He can be smiling from tooth to tooth. But then you can kind of sense or vibrate that he is not happy.
That's right.
You can notice the lady, and she's got the joggers on with the big bud, and she's saying, look at me, but you know that deep inside, she's empty. You don't know why you know this, but it's the feeling of the vibration.
Right.
See, we were all created by the same paintbrush. Therefore, when you become back into the source of all things, you become back to the beginning stroke. That means every person, everything that's in this universe, you become back a part of.
That's right.
And that's the 6th sign that you are on your spiritual awakening. Now, the 7th sign that you are on your spiritual awakening, we call that the test.
The test.
Now, the test is the part, kind of like in school, when you have learned everything that there is to learn, and they give you the final exit exam. Now, this 7th one is also known as the dark night of the soul.
That's right.
Okay? And that's because of perception. This is the one, after you've made that right turn, and it's the end that says, hey, Trey, Starla, and you guys, this is the time to know for yourself that you are not the person that you once were. And a lot of tests are going to come to you. Now, I'm going to tell you that if you're experiencing that you are almost done with your spiritual awakening. You are almost to the land of what we call the 5D, baby, and you become the alchemist. Now, what's going to happen is a lot of negative things are going to come to you. But from the abilities that you've learned through all the other 6 signs of being spiritually aware or having a spiritual awakening, you're going to realize that everything that comes to you negative, you now have the power to transmute that into something positive that benefits your life. And as it comes once after another, 1,000 come, they fall to your left, and 10,000 fall by your right. It comes unequivocal to you that you like Floyd Mayweather. You undefeated, baby. Okay? And then you become what we call the alchemist.
That's right.
An alchemist is something that turns inanimate metals into gold. Everything negative that comes to you, you will have the Midas touch. You'll turn that thing into something positive. You guys, if you're having any of these 7 signs, we assure you that you're not going crazy. You guys are on your path to your spiritual awakening. Listen, you guys, like we always say, if this is for you, grab it, run into the end zone, touchdown. And if it's not for you, let it go in one ear and out the other. Hey, like we always say to you guys, you live and laugh. And like we really always say, namaste, namaste, namaste. Listen, you guys, right now is an interesting time on the planet. The whole world is shifting. Look around you. We're waking up, baby. You're not alone on this journey. Take those steps, run them in, and score the touchdown. Hey, peace.